Hey everybody, I'm Kenny and this is Sagebrush Soul. Today we're getting back to some travel vlogs by heading to Billings, Montana to attend the Rocky Mountain Association affairs on behalf of Live a Little Productions, now known as Live a Little Entertainment Group. Join me on the trail, leaving Live a Little HQ in Rigby because I inadvertently deleted all of my amazing travel montage footage leaving home in Twin Falls the night before.
Idiot!
The Rocky Mountain Association Affairs is kind of a superstore for fair entertainment. When you go to your fair, the music acts, magicians, hypnotists, jugglers, and of course motorsports are likely to be found at a convention like this. Those of us that come to show our offerings are referred to as service members. We made it to almost Bozeman so far. Came through a little corner of Yellowstone National Park. It was a lot more snow than I anticipated. It wasn't coming down, but it had been there. Kind of wet and nasty, but holy cow, it was absolutely beautiful. I don't know how much of it I caught on the exterior camera there, but it was definitely gorgeous. I've never been through there when there was snow there, so that was kind of cool, but got stuck behind a semi, so I lost a lot of time, so we got to haul ass to Billings. Sit back and hold on, because we're Billings bound. I'll arrive in Billings in plenty of time to set up for the convention, but I'm in a bit of a rush because before I go to the hotel, I need to make a quick stop at the Mountain View Cemetery. I've always been fascinated with cemeteries because of the history involved with them. Lately I've been watching a lot of Faces of the Forgotten. It's kind of a cool YouTube channel if you like history and kind of some of the anomalies and folklore, but I decided to come to the Mountain View Cemetery on my way to the convention today because I did a little research before I headed to Billings, and there's a couple notable people here in this cemetery. Now, this isn't new. This isn't just because I started watching. I was actually a very early contributor to Find a Grave. Contributed Tom Horn, Willie Nickel, who Tom Horn supposedly murdered, the grave that is supposedly Doc Holliday's grave, and Wild Bill Hickok and Calamity Jane. And I'm actually going to bring those full circle right now because we're going to go to a gal that claimed to be the daughter of both Calamity Jane and Wild Bill. Her name is Jean McCormick, and she was born in Livingston, Montana, which is just down the road a little ways from here. But she claimed that she was in fact Bill Hickok and Jane Cannery's daughter. Apparently an author came along at some point and wrote a biography about Calamity Jane and completely disproved that, but to me it's kind of fun to think that she might have been. The next grave we're going to go visit is the grave of a famous cartoonist by the name of Stan Lynde, or possibly Lindy. I'm not exactly sure how that was pronounced, but he had a comic strip called Ricochet. It was kind of a Western comic. And he also did a bunch of novels all the way up through the 2000s and stuff like that. Kind of cool Western type stuff. A little bit more my style, kind of in the vein of like Red Ryder and some of those old cowboy style comic strips that were kind of popular in the day. But he too is buried here in the Billings Cemetery. Now it's time to go get set up at the fair convention, so here we go. The RMAF is held at the Billings Conference Center this year, but it moves each year in an attempt to help Western fairs of all budgets attend at least one every couple years. Here, my hotel room is also my display booth and office. Over the next 3 days, the rooms will be open for 2 to 4 hour blocks to let the fair boards roam and potentially lock down entertainment and services for the upcoming year. This year I lucked out because I'm surrounded by music and magic. Shortly after I got all set up, I ran into a couple of fellas that took me back to my DJ days almost 30 years ago, Billy Dean and Wade Hayes. Lunch and dinner each day features live and video showcases, so you can see a 12-minute version of selected acts. During the slow times at my room, I had to check out what my neighbors were up to. Across the hall from Cecil with Cecil's Magic, and hi Cecil.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Really good. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Magic, music, and comedy. I do stage shows and strolling magic. I'm from North Idaho, and my website is cecilsmagic.com.
Fantastic. We'll be looking you up.
All right, sounds great. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start out with our wine glass and some water. A little magic. You wave your hands here, grab one from here and one from there. Did you see it? You didn't see it, did you?
No.
Check it out.
What the?
Oh, look at that! That is
Get
cool.
out of here.
Get out of here, man.
That is awesome.
All right, my name is Jeff Martin, and this is a very unusual prop. Went into this magic shop. I was on the road, and I'm looking at the different things, and I said, "What's that up there?" And the guy says, "Actually, it's some dice." "What does it do?" "We don't know." And so he opened this thing up and showed it, and it in fact was some dice that were stacked on top of each other. Well, I asked him how much did he want for it. I figured I'd make a nice decoration. And he said, $10. I said, hey, that's a great deal. So I took it home. And of course, Pam says, what did you get this time? I said, it's only $10. Okay, it's not a big deal. And so as I'm talking to her, I absentmindedly turned the whole doggone thing over again. And I didn't notice until I went to open it, and I went, uh-oh. I turned it upside down. But strangely enough, for no apparent reason, the dice were still stacked. I said, what? And so I decided to try it again. So I covered them up again, just like this. And I made them go the other direction. And I said, wouldn't that be weird if that thing would do that again? But nothing could prepare me for the surprise that was about to take place. Because, in reality, they all changed color. And to this day, I still don't know how this thing works.
Awesome. Very well done. As far as music goes, it is incredible talent, and two of my favorites are right next door. Kale Moon.
Look to the heavens, you can look to the skies. You can find things.
And of course, the Rock Bottom Boys. The business day wraps up at 11 p.m., but the music and mingling carries on until the wee hours of the morning. On the last day of the convention, the showcase moved outside where Keith Sayers, Willie Elam and Company took it to new heights and upside down. Full disclosure, we did not pay to have Willie and Keith here, but they are the stars of Live a Little's freestyle moto insanity. Just one of those happy accidents. As soon as the rooms closed on Friday with the party raging on around me, I packed up so I could leave early in the morning. Not because I'm going home. No. Tomorrow, I'm going to scratch something off the bucket list. But you'll just have to subscribe and ring the bell to see what that is. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenny. This is Sagebrush Soul, and may the best of your past be the worst of your future.